Hello everyone, my name is Kevin, welcome back to the channel, and today we're doing the WWE Survivor Series 2020 review. And really quick, I want to say I'm sorry this is coming out a little bit later than normal. Sunday night, Jesse and I watched all but the last two matches because I was fucking tired. We watched the last two matches like Monday afternoon. Then we watched AEW later yesterday, and we're going to watch Raw and a lot of wrestling tonight. I'm also having to cook my Thanksgiving dinner tonight because tomorrow is Thanksgiving and I have to work until 7 p.m. So I'm cooking everything tonight. So I've been a little bit busy today and I realized I'm like, shit, I still haven't uploaded this review, so I should probably get it done. I also do want to say, if you guys do celebrate Thanksgiving, I know a lot of people don't because they don't live in America or Canada, even though Canada celebrates theirs in October. But if you do celebrate Thanksgiving, whether you're with your family or you're not this year, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I know it's been a hell of a hectic year and it's been tough for people to do things that they want to do, especially holidays with their families. So I do want to say I hope you guys all enjoy your holiday, and yeah, that's the best thing I can say is I hope you guys are happy, healthy, and get to eat some good food and spend some good time with some good people, because that's what Thanksgiving's all about: family, food, and in my family's case, football. So we're gonna get on with the review, and I'm gonna talk about some other stuff at the end of it. I might do a separate video on that stuff instead of actually talking about it at the end of this video. So the first match was a dual brand battle royal that got added Friday night after SmackDown. The participants were not known until during the show, so Jesse and I both had to just choose somebody at random. Like I said, we had seen something that kind of predicted Lars Sullivan, and we thought, yeah, that'd be a cool way for him to get back after being off TV for a few weeks. And sadly, Lars Sullivan wasn't even one of the participants, so we immediately started off as 0-1. Participants for this match were Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ricochet, Angel Garza, Kalisto. Also, Angel Garza, as well as Humberto Carrillo, who I'll get to in a minute, both had different kind of looks to them. They looked a little bit different. Garza not too much, but Carrillo looked really fucking different. He had some facial hair. It was weird. Chad Gable, Cedric Alexander, Shelton Benjamin, Elias, Apollo Crews, Jeff Hardy, Humberto Carrillo, Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Murphy, The Miz, and John Morrison. Again, like I said, our prediction was Lars Sullivan, but he was not in this match, which was kind of disappointing. We both did decide who we probably would have gone with had we decided to not go with Lars Sullivan. I said The Miz and Jesse said Murphy because Murphy was who he was initially going to go with. But then we both kind of thought about it and like, yeah, but would that really make sense for him? Would it? We both thought it'd probably make more sense for Lars Sullivan to win this. And yeah, it bit us in the ass. So yeah. Then they did have some stuff on the pre-show. A lot of superstars talking about The Undertaker. Paul Heyman doubled down saying that Drew McIntyre is just a title holder while Roman is the champion of sports entertainment, not just of WWE, but of all of sports entertainment. Yeah, it was a good promo by Paul. I think it's really showing that Roman knows what he's doing promo-wise again when he can kind of say these sort of statements, say, I'm the champion, you're just a title holder, and yeah, Paul backing it up makes a lot of sense. Regardless of who Roman faced, I was 100% sure he was going to win this match later tonight, and, you know, I'm not going to spoil what happened, we'll get to it, but it was kind of a situation of, yeah, if he faces Randy, he's 100% definitely winning. If he faces Drew, I still think they were going to go with him. It makes more sense that way to me and to Jesse because, like, Drew just won the title back, you know? Or in the case of Randy had just won the title and Roman losing just would feel weird, I think. So we'll get to that match later and talk about it a little bit more. But yeah, good promo by Heyman. He definitely showed that Roman's going into this with his head on a swivel and he's prepared for this match. Next, the Gobbledygooker won the 24/7 championship. If you guys don't actually know, the same Survivor Series that The Undertaker debuted at 30 years ago was also the Survivor Series that the Gobbledygooker, played by Hector Guerrero at the time. I don't know who was in the suit this time, but it was played by Hector Guerrero during the debut. Was also the same exact Survivor Series as the Undertaker's debut 30 whole ass years ago. Rikishi's here to help his son Jay get pumped up. No Lars Sullivan, so again, nice 1-0 for me and Jesse, or 0-1 for me and Jesse. John Morrison's immediately eliminated by Dominic. Kalisto's eliminated by Cedric. Rey's eliminated by Dolph. Humberto's eliminated by Angel. Garza is taken out by the Hurt Business. Ricochet takes out Cedric. Benjamin hits Ricochet with a step-up knee strike and takes him out. Cruz then eliminates Benjamin. Murphy is taken out by Rude. Rude is taken out by Dominic. Dominic is taken out by, or takes out Ziggler. Cruz is eliminated by Shinsuke. Nakamura is taken out by Hardy. Elias gets eliminated by Hardy. Gable takes Hardy out. Miz takes out Dominic, is taken out by Dominic. Gable and Dominic are the last two. 619 is avoided. The 619 hits. Out goes Gable. Dominic starts cheering like he's won, but the match isn't called because The Miz was never actually eliminated, comes back in and throws Dominic over the top rope to win the match. 0-1 predictions for Jesse and I, 10 out of 10. Again, I really do wish me and him would have made a second choice just to be safe because Miz was who I thought was going to win it once I saw him in the match. There's a backstage segment with Corbin and KO where Corbin says it's up to them to win the match for SmackDown, and KO says he'll think about it, walks in the locker room, immediately reopens the door and says, thought about it, not happening, nope, basically. But I do want to talk about how The Miz won. So, for those of you who don't know how Battle Royal / Royal Rumbles work, if you've never watched one of these types of matches, to be eliminated, you must go over the top rope with both feet hitting the floor as you go down once you get thrown over the top rope. However, you can save yourself. Miz happened to save himself, and it was something Jesse and I both didn't even notice. He barely rolled back in the ring, meaning he had no longer gone over the top rope. He had officially gone back into the ring, so it didn't count when he got kicked out. He had gotten kicked under the bottom rope, not thrown over the top, and then kicked off the apron. As someone who's just trying to watch the match and write this shit down, I didn't even notice it until after it had happened, which I think was great because it was such a sly move that the WWE set that up that way, where he'll roll back in for really quick, and it won't even be that noticeable for people to realize he was back in the ring to reset him going over the top rope, and I thought it was great. Match number 2, we start with the men's 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series elimination tag team match. Team Raw, AJ Styles, Keith Lee, Braun Strowman, Matt Riddle, because I'm not going to call him just Riddle, it's stupid, and Sheamus versus Team SmackDown, Kevin Owens, King Corbin, Otis, Seth Rollins, and Jey Uso. Prediction was Team Raw for both. Jey and AJ start the match off. Samoan drop Styles. Corbin's tagged in, starts taking to AJ. Otis is on his way in. Styles avoids and brings Riddle in. Otis starts taking it to him. Lots of back and forth. Otis is in control after a headbutt. Tags in KO. Sheamus is in. Rollins wants in to go after Sheamus. Owens tags him in. Rollins kneels down, spreads his arms, looks back, says, "For the greater good." Tells Sheamus to do his part. Bro kick, and Seth Rollins is gone. I didn't expect that to happen. I think it's a good storytelling element that they made him a martyr. They're like, here, let him just be taken out immediately and have that be his sacrifice so he can be a martyr. I don't think it was great. I don't think it worked very well. It just kind of made Seth look like he didn't give a shit about his team winning, which pissed me off. I was like, okay. Seth Rollins, the guy who fucking puts his heart on the line and fucking battles it out in these matches, just fucking goes up and sacrifices himself. Like, fuck you, WWE. That's bullshit. I get the reasoning behind it story-wise, but I think it just didn't work as well as they thought it would. And it really just kind of pissed people off. It looked stupid in my opinion. Strowman tags himself in and does his stupid dumb run thing as everyone else is fighting outside the ring. I hate the Strowman Express bullshit gimmick thing where he's running around the ring to go run into everyone. Like, everyone was confused at this point, so it was like really stupid. He yells at everyone. Riddle tags in, kicks the Corbin. Like, he literally is like, I don't remember what he said, but he said frickin' instead of, because they can't say the F word. And I'm like, dude, if you're gonna have him say some cool fucking thing like that, like, get your freaking heads together or whatever, or we gotta work freaking together, some shit like that. Have him say the F word and fucking bleep it out. We're gonna realize what he said, and it's gonna work. But him saying frickin' does not look cool. Here's the problem I have with Braun Strowman. They try to make him look cool by doing all this crazy shit, by basically attempting to kill people repeatedly. But then they try to make him a babyface, which we're not gonna love him because he's trying to kill people, man. And then they try to make him this cool, dominant badass, and then they make him say frickin', and it takes all that fucking sting away because it does not sound cool if you say something really fucking badass, but instead of saying the F word, you say frickin'. Even if he just started saying f, and then they bleeped it, we would realize exactly what he's trying to say, and we'd realize, holy shit, they just had him say the F word, and it'd have a lot more impact. WWE, I get you guys are PG, but it doesn't mean you guys can't have them say it and then bleep it out. You can easily do that. It works. It works so fucking well. I get you guys are PG, and technically you can only use F-bombs if you're PG-13 and above. And PG-13 is only one F-bomb. I think TV-14 adds in a couple, and you can do a little bit different. It's a little bit confusing. But if you really got to have somebody say some badass thing like that, don't put frickin' in there. Have them say the F word. It makes a lot more sense to me as somebody who knows that using the right word helps so much in a story. I had a character say gosh damn instead of goddamn in a story once, and it felt weird, and it didn't fit. So I'm saying, if you guys are going to do this, have Braun say the F word and bleep him. I don't care. It makes it look better. Kicks Corbin, Lee's tagged in, and so is Otis. Hoss fight! Basically a fight between two bulls that have locked horns. It's great. Like, if you guys have ever seen two deer fighting during mating season, it's like that. Like, it's impact. It's hard-hitting, crazy shit. Shoulder tackles, not taking Otis down with them. Strowman's in, taking to Otis with some double teaming. Dropkick to Otis. Styles is tagged in. Otis gets the KO. Backbreaker to Styles for a 2 count. Stunners to Lee, Riddle, Sheamus. Phenomenal forearm. Out goes Kevin. Sadness. I love Kevin Owens. I didn't want to see him get eliminated. Corbin's in. End of days. Raw breaks it up. Deep 6 to Sheamus. End of days is reversed. Riddle in after a Pele kick. Floating bro. Bye-bye to Baron Corbin. Usos in, taking to Riddle as best he can. Bro kick to Jay. 2 count. Team Raw is full. Team SmackDown is just Jay and Otis now. 10 beats of the Bataran. Team Raw is infighting because of course they are, because they're stupid. Jay taking it over against Sheamus. Otis taking control as he is tagged in. Strowman coming into the match. Big boot to Otis. Strowman runs into the post. Body slam to Strowman. The Caterpillar. Vader bombs avoided. Running power slam. Otis is gone. Again, I don't like his finisher either. I think the running power slam is the stupidest fucking looking finisher in the world. Especially when Braun does it, because he doesn't run very fast when he does it, so it just looks kind of shitty. Jay's all alone. Superkick to Strowman, 1 to Sheamus. Lee, Riddle, suicide dives, power slams avoided. Strowman set into the post. AJ's in. Superkick, Uso splash. Amos, however the fuck you pronounce his name, the big fucking tall dude that stands behind AJ all the time, pulls him out beforehand. A superkick to Strowman. Forearm caught with a superkick. Lee tags in, but Styles isn't legal. Splash caught by Lee, Spirit Bomb, Team Raw, clean sweeps, 1-1 on predictions, 5 out of 10. I hate clean sweeps. It does not look cool. It makes it look like you just buried the entire other team. If you have a team that is literally fighting the entire fucking match, the entire time leading up to the match, it just doesn't make sense. Let one or two of them get eliminated. Especially if there's 2 people who are feuding in the match, let them fucking sit back and watch the person they're feuding with get eliminated to add story. Because I will tell you this, back in 2016 when AJ and Dean Ambrose were on Team SmackDown together, Dean turncoated. He attacked AJ because AJ got Dean eliminated. So Dean attacked AJ, helped with the help of Roman and Seth, Shield triple powerbombed him through the announce table and walked the fuck away. If you have 2 people that are on the team that are feuding, it makes fucking sense for them to not want to help that person. So if one person would have gotten eliminated in this, I don't care who it could have been literally fucking anybody. It could have been Lee letting Strowman get eliminated, Strowman letting Lee get eliminated, literally anybody letting Matt Riddle get eliminated because everyone seems to hate him, anyone letting Sheamus get eliminated because everyone seems to hate him, anyone letting AJ get eliminated since he claimed himself as the captain and everyone doesn't like it. Literally, you could have done anything to let at least one person on Team SmackDown get eliminated, especially with the way it looked like Jay was going to get somebody out of the match near the end. You could have had just one Raw superstar get eliminated. If you guys do not realize, Survivor Series is my least favorite pay-per-view of the year. And that's saying something because WWE consistently puts on terrible fucking pay-per-views every goddamn year. However, I don't like Survivor Series because every single year I know what's going to happen. And every single year I hope that they'll change their mind and they'll do better, but they always do the same shit. And it's Vince shitting on SmackDown every fucking year for 4 fucking hours. If you don't believe me on that, a couple years ago, they had a tag team match between all of the tag teams on SmackDown and Raw on the pre-show, which SmackDown won but wasn't supposed to win. So instead of actually counting it as a SmackDown win, they said the pre-show doesn't count. Raw clean sweep the night. That was it. No one wanted to see Raw clean sweep the night, but Raw clean sweep the night because the pre-show doesn't count. I guarantee you, though, this year, the pre-show counted because Raw's at 2-0, up 2-0 on this match. They didn't really actually show the scoreboard, surprisingly. For once in their fucking lives, they decided not to do the scoreboard, which makes it seem like the only time they want to do that is when Raw is winning every match, but that's just me. I think it was very dumb to have Raw clean sweep this when their entire team was fighting the whole fucking time leading up to Survivor Series. They're fighting during Survivor Series, but magically after the match, they're all buddy-buddy and they all pose together because they won. Bullshit, WWE. Bullshit. Fuck your bullshit with Raw. I don't like this. This was bullshit. This match sucked. And I'm not even saying anything about the women's match yet. We'll get to that when we get to it, and I'll be even more pissed off. Match number 3, the Raw Tag Team Champions versus the SmackDown Tag Team Champions match. We have the New Day for Raw, the Street Profits for SmackDown. Predictions was the New Day for both myself and Jesse. The New Day with Big E in some badass Gears of War attire. Woods' trumpet is even designed as a Lancer because I guess there is a New Day pack for Gears of War 5. I think it looks great because I personally really love Gears of War. I love the New Day. I think their attires look great. I especially love the Lancer, Francesca being designed as a Lancer. I thought that was awesome. A nice little touch. On top of that, Xavier Woods has been announced as a new host for G4, I think it was. I think G4 is what it said. So that's really cool as well. And yeah. They show the trailer for it. It alone makes me want to get Gears of War 5. I'm not kidding. Like, the trailer for the New Day's pack makes me want to get it. Just that. Street Profits with a fucking amazing promo backstage before the match. In mine and Jesse's opinion, most charismatic tag team in WWE right now. No offense to the New Day. They're great. But I think a lot of theirs is more kid-based. So if you want to see the best kid-based promo or charismatic tag team, it's them. But if you want to just say overall, I think that the Street Profits beat them in that category because, I mean, shit, I find myself fucking chanting, "We want the smoke" with the Street Profits. If you guys remember last year when there was Street Profits stuff on NXT, or a couple years ago, I didn't fucking like them. I hated the guys, and I fucking love them now. They're legitimately becoming my favorite tag team in WWE as a whole because, like, WWE's main roster is kind of struggling on tag teams. Woods and Dawkins starting it off. Ford's hyping up on the apron. Ford and Kingston are in now. Street Profits in control. Ford being isolated in the corner by the New Day. Focus on Ford's abdomen by Woods and Kingston. Kofi taunting with the solo cup. What a prick. Tries to kick it away. It kind of bounced back. It was hilarious looking. How dare he. Ford still can't get to Dawkins. Ford hits a huge DDT against Kingston, taking Kingston down and getting to Dawkins. He takes it to Woods and Kingston. Dawkins hits a... The best way I can describe it is like a double underhook crossroads on Woods for a 2 count. It looked great. I loved it. Running sliced bread off of Dawkins for a 2 count. New Day regains control. Midnight Hour for a 2 count. New Day boom drop. Another one. A third. Sets up for trouble in paradise. Dawkins stops it. Dropkick takes Kofi down. Anointment from the heavens, but obviously his abdomen being attacked. His ribs really fucked him over for a 2 count. SOS. Woods takes Dawkins down with a missile dropkick. Trouble in Paradise by Ford, which I thought looked great. Gutbuster for a 2 count by Woods. Ford set up on the top turnbuckle. Ford fights back against the superplex. Dawkins tags in. Blockbuster off of Dawkins' shoulders. Street Profits win. 1 and 2 on predictions. 20 out of 10. I knew the match would be great regardless who won. It lived up to expectations. 2 great charismatic tag teams in a match against each other. I thought it was fucking fantastic, and Raw is now leading 2-1 over SmackDown on the night. On to match number 4, the United States Champion versus the Intercontinental Champion, Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn. Prediction, Lashley for both. Sami tries to avoid Lashley as best he can. Trash talk Shelton, gets attacked from behind by Bobby. Lashley's in control, destroying Zayn, throwing him around the ring. Sami tries to run, but Cedric and Shelton stop him. He gets in a bit of offense against Bobby. Lashley throws Zayn again, spears in the corner, neckbreaker. MVP talks a bit, buying Zayn time by accident. Suplex to Zayn, says he's suffering from vertigo. Roll up, big slam by Lashley. Shelton, MVP, and Cedric get in his face. Lashley attacks him from behind. Zayn tries to run away, but Lashley stops him, destroys him more. He gets away from Bobby, slamming him into the post as the ref is at 7. Bobby just gets in at 8. He throws him back outside. Zayn removes the turnbuckle, tries to, but Shelton catches him and fixes it. Big choke slam, spinebuster Sami, falls over and tries to say MVP tripped him. Throws him back in the ring, hurt lock. Lashley wins 2-2 on predictions, 6 out of 10. Not a bad match, not a great one either. I thought it's just an match from the two of them. Sammy's great. Like, don't get me wrong, Sammy is one of the greatest professional wrestlers in the world. He's great on the mic. He's easy. He can make you hate him. He can make you love him. He's great. I just don't like him against Lashley. I think it doesn't work. They have very differing styles, and it looks very uncomfortable for both of them when they're in the ring. Lashley, to me, is already an wrestler as it is. I don't really like how he is in the ring, but I think this match could have been a lot better. Raw's up 3-1, and yeah, I really think that Lashley could have done better against a different opponent. And I think Sammy could have done better against a different opponent. I didn't want to relive their feud from when Lashley came back to WWE. It was bad, it was horrible, and yeah. Roman and the Usos backstage. He drones on and on about respect, says if he can't make people respect them, then Jay doesn't deserve a spot at the table. Tells him just go away, to just go. Match number 5 with Raw Women's Champion versus SmackDown Women's Champion with Asuka versus Sasha Banks. Predictions, Asuka for both. Lots of back and forth. Asuka's very calm as Banks nearly has the Banks statement in on her. Banks is terrified as the Asuka lock is in on her, though. It was fucking hilarious. Or nearly locked in on her, sorry. Hip attack to Sasha, sending her outside. Sasha's back in. Asuka's taunting. Ankle lock in on Sasha. Knee strike to Sasha. 2 count. Banks with an interesting armbar. Octopus stretch in on Asuka in the middle of the ring. Fighting on the apron. Ankle lock in on Sasha on the apron. Hip attack sends Sasha off the apron. Both women down outside and get in just at the last second after Sasha's caught with the code breaker outside by Asuka. Oh, excuse me. Backstabber to Asuka. 2 count. Meteor in the corner. Sasha heads up top. Frog splash is avoided. Bank statement. Codebreaker by Asuka again after Sasha avoids the Asuka lock. Sunset flip. Asuka reverses it. Sasha reverses that. More roll-ups. Big kick to Sasha. Roll by Sasha. Sasha actually won the match. Did not see it coming. 10 out of 10. 2 and 3 on predictions. I didn't see it coming, but I really do think it was insane to see it happen. It was a big moment to see Sasha get a pinfall victory over Asuka because it doesn't happen a lot. Team Raw is up 3-2 on the night. I'm excited to see where Sasha brings this on Friday, and I'm very excited to see how Asuka comes back from this on Raw from this week. Tozawa takes the title from the Gooker, and then Truth takes it back from him. Match number 6, we have the women's 5-on-5 elimination tag team match. Team Raw, Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Lana, Lacey Evans, Peyton Royce. Versus Team SmackDown, Bayley, Bianca Belair, Natalya, Liv Morgan, Ruby Riott. Prediction was Team SmackDown for both. I really quick want to say, the fact that out of the 5 on Raw, only 2 of them really have any merit to go off of for how good they are. The other 3 are pretty terrible. 2 of them got added in last minute, and one of them they don't even want on the team. You can clearly see that Team SmackDown's the better team. Without a doubt, SmackDown has the better team overall. I know Liv and Ruby aren't really that great. You know, a lot of people don't really see that they've done anything. But, dude, Bayley, Belair, and Natalya are fucking great. I don't think they, them alone fucking pull their team into, the best place imaginable. Jax and Baszler are really the only 2 decent ones on Team Raw, in my personal opinion. I know Peyton Royce was a Women's Tag Team Champion, but again, they barely did anything with them when they had them. And then they split the Iconics up. And Evans hasn't really done much since coming up to the main roster, which is very sad because I think she's very good in the ring. Team Blue looking very friendly, set to actually do some damage. Lacey and Bayley start it. Evans and Natty get tagged in. Belair comes in, takes it to Lacey with some nice double teaming. Liv comes in, bringing back the feud a bit between her... Oh, Jesus. Between her and, somebody. I think Baszler. Or maybe Jax. I don't remember who got tagged in at that point. Because I don't think she had a feud with Lacey Evans. Riot's in, Baszler comes in. They've had issues in the past, obviously. Ruby's in control. Jax tags in. Bayley tags in. Attacks Nia in the corner like crazy. Liv's tagged in. Lana tags herself in. Big kick by Lana. Natty's tagged in. Trash talk between them. Roll-ups. Lana's in control over Natty. Lots of pin attempts. Royce tags in. They yell at Lana to stay on the steps and fucking do nothing. And she looked like she was going to cry. And I fucking kind of love that fact. Before anyone asks me why I'm so mean to Lana, there's no real reason. It's just that her gimmick is stupid. Like, it's dumb. Everything with her is dumb. I don't think I don't think she should have been on this team. 2, they're trying to get her babyface sympathy when they clearly don't give a shit about her because they're not doing anything with her, and they clearly are just trying to piss off her husband, Miro/Rusev, because he left the company, even though they let him go when they were re-upping his deal. Not that he's doing anything good in AEW, but still. It's just stupid. They're trying to get Lana babyface sympathy when she's so much better as a heel. I enjoy watching her go through the table. I'm not going to say I don't, so. Bayley and Royce lock up. Bayley going wild on her. Bianca drops Royce face first on the turnbuckle. Elbow drop. Evans breaks it up. Baszler's dropped by Belair. Bayley takes down Nia. Laughs at Lana. Royce with a big boot. Superplex by Royce to the outside on top of everyone except Lana. Deja vu to Bayley, and she's gone. The longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion in history, as well as one of the best competitors in this match, is the first one to get eliminated. I already, at this point, didn't enjoy... Going forward, I already was not enjoying this anymore, because literally, one of the people with the most skill in that match was the first one gone. It did not look like it was going to get any better from there, to me at least. Natty's in now, roll up, but Natty kicks out. Royce takes it to her, spin kick by Royce, kick out at 2, single leg crab in on Natty. You have a fucking single leg crab in on someone whose last name is Hart. Well, Neidhart, but still. Canadian person with the last in the Hart family, and you decide to put a submission in on them? How fucking stupid are you? Belair helps her escape. Sharpshooter on Royce. She taps. Lacey takes it to Natty. Moonsault's missed. Sharpshooter to Evans. Almost gets one on Baszler for some dumb reason. Women's right. Natty is gone. They literally brought back the reason she couldn't get into this match until her final opportunity at getting into it. Her being stupid. Literally, every time Natty lost one of the qualifying matches, she would get somebody in submission. That person would get out of it, and literally the other person would hit a finisher on her, and boom, that was it. Natty was never getting pinned. She was just getting attacked, and then the other person was getting pinned. It was stupid. I thought it was dumb to have her, like, why put a fucking submission on the person who's not legal in the match? Let your opponent or let your teammates take care of that, you dumb... Sorry, I'm getting angry because this match just pissed me off. Belair is in, facebuster Evans, goes up top. Evans takes her down after a distraction. Spanish fly to Belair. Riot Squad breaks it up to save Belair. Nia's in against Riot. Morgan's in, frequent tags, chop block, 2-on-1 offense, trying to take her down as best they can. Code breaker, Riot kick, Baszler's in, destroying Riot, trash talking Liv, down goes Liv, roll up to Baszler for a 2. Kirifuda clutch, Nia pulls Liv down from the apron, pinfall, but the ref was distracted on the pinfall. Riot was out, got pinned by Shayna. Liv loses it on Lacey as she comes in, really towing the line, on the verge of being DQ'd. Curse fix bomb, Evans is gone. Nia and Shayna tell Lana to fuck off again. Jax versus Morgan, she takes down Shayna. Liv, Morgan in control. Shitty Samoan drop, Liv is gone. Belair was held by Shayna, stopping her from breaking it up. Shayna and Nia staying in front of and behind Belair. Bianca's in control, splash to the knees, shitty slam, shitty leg drop. Belair kicks out. Jax goes up top, Belair kicks her off, but Shayna is tagged in. Facebuster's reverse, Kirifuda's locked in. Belair with a belly to back suplex. Kirifuda back in. Bianca fights back up to her feet. Bianca gets the rope. Shayna refuses to let go and gets DQ'd. Nia sets up the table. Bianca gets out of Nia's grip and slams her into the steps. 8 count. Bianca and Nia both get counted out. Team Raw wins. And you know what? I gotta rereading through that makes me drop my rating. Lana is the sole survivor. 2 and 4 on predictions. 3 out of 10. I dropped that from 5 to 3 because, personally speaking, I thought the Raw men's match was better than this one after re-going through both of them. Look, Survivor Series is known for dumb fucking finishes that don't add up to anything, but oh my God, was this the most useless, stupidest fucking finish of a match I've ever seen at Survivor Series. The brand with the better women's division got fucking destroyed. A double fucking countout ended the match. And Lana, the person who did nothing, who got told to stand on the stairs and sit there like a sad little puppy for the entire fucking time, is the last one in the match. to help her team win. Because a double fucking countout finished this match. You know what, Vince? Get stuffed, you senile old fuck. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. This is the stupidest way a match has ever ended at Survivor Series from what I've been watching. Raw's up 4-2, and I feel like the only reason they had this ending booked is, one, there's two reasons. One, to get Lana babyface, some babyface love, which is not going to happen because nobody fucking likes her. And two, because Vince didn't want a fucking SmackDown victory at Survivor Series because he's that fucking jaded about Raw being the better show. He wants Raw to be the better show so fucking badly, he wouldn't even let SmackDown win that match, even though their women's division is so much fucking better. On to the final match of the night, the Universal Champion versus the WWE Champion. We have Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. The prediction was Roman Reigns for both. They showed a video package for TLC saying "Enter the Storm." It's 4 weeks from this past Sunday, live from Tropicana Field in, not Tampa, as they said, St. Petersburg, Florida, because it's not actually in Tampa, you fucking dumb fucks. This is just like them saying "in the shadow of New York" instead of saying New Jersey for last year's WrestleMania. Slow start to the match. Mind games being also, for those of you wondering why are they changing it to Tropicana Field. Basketball season starting up again soon. The Orlando Magic play in the arena the Thunderdome is currently in. So they're going to move it. As far as I know, they're going to move it to Tropicana Field so they can have, because it's an indoor stadium, they can move it to Tropicana Field to actually continue their Thunderdome stuff. Roman taking control, starts unloading in the corner. Roman's in control over Drew. Chinlock on the ground, back up to their feet. Kneeing Drew, unloading with punches and elbows on the ground, going for lots of pins to try and win. Reigns uses the hair to slam McIntyre down to the mat. Drew fighting back, big clothesline for a 2 on Drew. Drew takes control of Roman, gets some momentum behind it. Both of them going crazy on each other, both out of breath. Drew goes for a clothesline, but Roman gets a Samoan drop on him for a 2 count. Superman punch is avoided, massive spinebuster for a 2 count. Drew attacks Roman outside, slams him into the barricade, a post, and then the steps. Back in now. Kick to Drew, right hand, talking to himself a bit. Glasgow kiss to Roman, boot to Drew, boot to Roman. Future shock after the Superman punch is avoided, 2 count. Drew sets up for the Claymore, gets caught with the Superman punch, gets the guillotine almost in, but Drew hits him with the overhead belly to belly. Boot to Drew, sent into the post, spear reversed into a Kimura. Gets the rope just barely. Drew's dropped onto the table by Reigns. Samoan drop through the announce table. Spear through the barricade behind the announce table. 2 count. Cole loses his fucking mind. So does Corey. So does Joe. Spear for a 2 count after missing a spear due to a big kick. Sets up for another spear. Caught with the Claymore. Official is knocked out of the ring from Reigns hitting him on the way down. Jay comes out, distracts Drew. Calls down a new ref. Low blow. Super kick by Jay. Superman punch. Guillotine locked in. Drew fights out a bit, but Roman locks in deep. Drew passes out. Roman wins 10 out of 10. 3 and 4 on prediction. Raw wins the night 4-3. Big shock. Raw actually lost some of the matches. Pay-per-view as a whole was pretty shit, but some of the matches were really good. Pay-per-view as the bad of the night was really, really bad. Match of the night goes to the New Day vs. Street Profits with the Battle Royal and Sasha vs. Asuka, both being in a close second behind them, as well as the champ versus champ match between Drew and Roman. Roman stares up at Jay on the stage, clapping for him and cheering for his victory. Roman looks him in the eyes. Jay stands up, breathing heavily. They hug. Drew's in the ring, being a very, very angry-looking Scotsman. Roman holds his title high, and finally we are on to the last thing that happened at Survivor Series, the final farewell of one of the greatest of all time, the final farewell of Mark Calaway, better known as The Undertaker. This man deserves this so much. He's given so much to this business, and the worst part about this is he doesn't get to do this in front of the fans, and it's so fucking heartbreaking to see him have to do this without being in front of the fans. A lot of people come out to pay homage to him. Shane McMahon, The Big Show, JBL, Jeff Hardy, Mick Foley, The Godfather, The Godwin, Savio Vega, Rikishi, Kevin Nash, Booker T, HBK, Ric Flair, Triple H, and finally Kane. Shows a video package of Taker's career over the song by Metallica that he came out to this past year at WrestleMania, or earlier this year at WrestleMania. And God, what a fucking career he's had, man. Shows Triple H and many others talking about him, including Shawn Michaels, Edge, Batista, John Cena, Shane, Stone Cold. It shows more of his moments, and again, I can't say it enough. He deserves this so fucking much. So many fans have had their whole time watching wrestling being with him in the ring, and it sucks that they can't be there to watch his final send-off. And now Vince is in the ring alone talking about Taker because this was filmed beforehand. Vince actually gets emotional. Like, I didn't expect him to, like, get emotional. He never gets emotional. But his point stands. The legacy of The Undertaker will live on eternally, no matter what. Because he is one of the greatest to ever lace up a pair of boots. He is one of the greatest to ever wrestle. Taker finally comes out. There's a cool lightning show with some Tesla coils playing his song. It was really cool. Lots of smoke, lots of pyro. It was awesome. They fucking killed it on this entrance. And he deserves every single one. He walks down, gets raised up by a platform to kind of look like he's levitating, which I thought was really cool. You can see it's even tough. Like, he starts talking, and you can see it's tough for him to get through this speech because, like, it's less The Undertaker realizing it's time and more Mark realizing it's time. And you can see that it's getting to him as he talks. Like, even if the fans' chants there aren't real, it's shaking him emotionally, and he's trying not to cry. He's trying to stay focused on what he's saying. He says his time has come to let The Undertaker rest in peace after 30 years of making others rest in peace. He does his kneel, raises his fist up, and there's Paul Bearer in a projection with the urn, which, again, I think was a nice send-off to this character, because Paul Bearer was one of the biggest parts of The Undertaker, and not being able to see William Moody out there with the rest of the people that came out to pay homage to The Undertaker, it's fucking heartbreaking because he passed away a few years ago, and it's just a beautiful way to say goodbye to one of the best the business has ever seen. And I'm getting emotional again because, for those of you who don't realize, I've been alive for less time than The Undertaker's been wrestling. I grew up watching Taker. He's one of the wrestlers I first got behind when I started watching. So to see him finally retiring, to see part of my childhood leaving after so many others have left, it's hard to see. Because as a kid, you think these people are immortal. They're never going to stop. Everything's going to be okay, and they're going to be able to do this forever. But once you get older, you realize that just like you start getting different as you get older, so do they. And it's hard for them to keep this going forever. And Taker did it as long as he could. He did it as long as he felt he could, and until he couldn't do it anymore, until he wasn't putting on shows that the Undertaker fan base deserved. And he deserves to finally get to end his career and enjoy the rest of his life. And I don't think anyone can negate that. I don't think anyone can deny that fact. Because The Undertaker may be a huge part of a lot of people's lives, a lot of people's childhoods, and a lot of people's wrestling history may be based around The Undertaker. But to say he doesn't deserve to get to retire, say he doesn't deserve to go live the rest of his life happy however he wants, it's not fair to him. So if you are one of the people saying he should continue, go fuck yourself. This man has given so much to us over the years, and no matter what, The Undertaker will always be one of those things that people know about in wrestling. He deserves this final send-off, and he deserves his retirement. He's earned it. So to The Undertaker, to Mark Calloway, thank you so much for not only shaping my history as a child when watching wrestling, but my brothers, my uncles, so many people around me who watch wrestling. Wrestling wouldn't be what it is to me without you. You are, and always have been, one of my favorite superstars, and to finally see you have to retire, to see that you can't keep it up and keep going anymore, is sad. Because I know WrestleMania is different without you. I know WWE will be different without you. But I can't say that you haven't earned it and you don't deserve it. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys thought of the pay-per-view, and more specifically, The Undertaker's final farewell, down in the comments below. I'll see you next time. Stay warm. Peace.